And 5,
Hey.
4,
Hey.
3,
Hey.
2. What up, y'all? Welcome to Here's the Thing. I'm Kevin on stage. She's
That chick ain't
That
dead.
welcome to another podcast episode. Smash that like button. Smash that notification button. There's all 2020. Yeah.
Yes, walk it down.
Welcome to Here's the Thing. Listen, church announcements.
Singled out.
The podcast merch. Oh, nope. It's over by the time this comes live.
No. It is this is the last day while it's alive. While this is live on Wednesday. Let me explain.
Oh, while it's airing on Wednesday.
We can save it for Angels.
Yes. Oh, I'll just say. So, podcast merch. The friend of the pod shirts. There are 2 designs, 2 colors. They're all out there. Don't worry about it, Kevin. 2 designs, 2 designs, 2 colors. They are limited sale, and this is the very last day at 11:59 PST. This Wednesday, the 22nd, will be when the sale ends. So please get your shirts. They are pre-order. They should be going out next week. Thank you all who's purchased shirts, and if you miss out, that's on you.
Pre-order only.
All right. Also, Kev on Stage and Friends is now for sale. The show will be airing May 31st. Let me tell you what.
New tour on the way next week. 38 cities.
Me and Tony tried this thing out where we came on stage together. Mm-hmm. Did some like audience things. Basically what he was trying to do was keep your distance, but without the terrible suggestions because we had people submit it on a QR code. Mm-hmm. And then we brought people on stage and did a little segment with them. I'm just going to have to, it was so good.
Okay.
We were supposed to be doing it for 15 minutes. That's how much time we had slated because we had a full show and we didn't know whether it was going to work or not. Mm-hmm. We were on stage for 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's an easy,
40 minutes.
Guys.
Black people.
I'm not going to say nothing because I can see you formulating the Ball Brothers podcast tour.
No, I'm not. It's not a podcast tour.
No. I said that
tour.
after the first episode.
It's not a podcast tour.
Well, to change it, you can add
We already
whatever.
did the Ball Brothers tour.
I said podcast tour. So meaning, well, you'll name it something else, but it's something for people not to think it's going to be regular ass stand-up.
If it's a format that requires you not to develop an hour, you're going to do it.
Some people have created these things. Some people have done these things.
Listen, I'm happy. I feel like everybody should be doing life a little easier. So I'm glad that I helped motivate this shit.
But listen, the part that I'm most excited about, I have not seen done on stage before. And as a creative person, there's a little bit of like, ooh, will this work? So part of it was like, this is a new format. This is the second part, not just the topics part when we brought people on stage. You just don't know, especially when you bring strangers up, people who are not comedians up. You don't know what you're going to get. Josh is cutting this live. I mean, he's cutting the wide down right now. He's doing double duty. By the time this podcast airs, I will likely have at least 1 clip up. Mm-hmm. Patreon, I will show you the golden clip. I don't know if I'm going to put that golden clip out to the world, if and or when. But it's a good time.
I believe it.
It's a great time.
Listen,
I wish you didn't have 4 kids. You could come to comedy shows. You would have a good time. People be like, "Where's Angel?" That nigga. My answer is, Angel has 4 kids. Wherever somebody who has 4 kids would be on a Tuesday night at 9 p.m., that's where they are.
Yeah, I'd be tired and I'd be doing other stuff besides the kids. But I'm excited for you all. I'm excited for you to spread your wings. See, I be spreading my wings and doing some shit that, don't be done. And you be like, no, but I'm glad you're doing stuff that ain't been done.
What you mean?
Like you have been used to the format of stand up. And I'll be like, get me away from that.
I think that the combination of a couple of things got me to this point. The first thing was keep your distance. Because prior to Keep Your Distance, I never went on stage unprepared or trying new material out for like a public consumption, right? But because I was doing it every 2 weeks, I couldn't prepare that much material. So that was the first time I consistently did either trending topics on stage or riffing on people. And I didn't come up as a host either. So hosts like Tahir, Tony, they're used to that because they hosted before.
Yeah.
Tony hosted Crack 'em Up Thursdays for years. Tahir had his own room at the Comedy Union for years. Kevin Fredericks, you call my name, I do my time, I sit down. So I would plot out what I'm going to say. Keep Your Distance, I tried that, and I was like, I'm going to be saying these same jokes. Then when we did Here's the Thing tour, it was the first time in a like paid audience thing where you could be like, but talk. And here's the thing, Tori, that's even harder than this, I'll be honest. Because it's a podcast tour, people want you to talk about stuff that also has no jokes in it, nor a way to make it funny. And I would be like, Angel, I don't want.
They not laugh. I said, but they listening.
Yeah, I was
they
just
enjoying.
but they're not laughing. And then just hosting Kevin on Stage and Friends, I got more and more comfortable doing that. So I think it's actually life. Yeah. It's like you grow and age and change. Your tastes change. Things you're afraid of, you become comfortable with. Things you're comfortable with seem boring, and all that.
And bringing people up on stage, because we did that. Me and Marcus did that on our tour. It keeps the show fresh because they are a variant.
They're a variant, and they're not comedians, so you don't know what you're gonna get. So sometimes you're gonna have to give a lot. Sometimes you don't have to give much. I'm gonna show y'all. Just know the G-spot guy is the golden goose. And I don't want to overhype it because sometimes you overhype things and people just be like, nigga, it wasn't that funny. The guy, the G-spot thing is the golden goose. All right.
I have some other church announcements. So sorry. Cool. Please get your tickets for Woman Evolve. Woman Evolve, I'll be there in Arlington, Texas. I am going to be on the main stage. You
better be on the main stage where you belong.
So come on out September 23rd to the 25th. And I also have one more church announcement, and it's actually a surprise that these people don't know about.
Surprise, surprise.
The Patreon people or me and Josh?
You and Josh.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh, what is it?
Both of y'all have to close your eyes.
Surprise, surprise.
No.
Close your eyes, Kevin.
Keep your eyes closed.
Surprise.
Eyes closed. Okay.
Does Josh know?
Not really.
No, he don't see nearly as surprised as I have to be.
I don't.
You don't. You do.
Keep eyes closed. If you open your
specific,
my eyes are closed.
Specificity. What exactly it is, I don't know. But I do know it is a surprise.
Closed. Keep your eyes closed.
My eyes are closed.
Eyes closed.
I want to read the comments.
No, Kevin.
Eyes closed.
Just wait.
Keep your eyes closed, or I'll start cussing.
Where? Oh
my God, I hear stuff.
It's like a present.
Oh my God. Eyes closed.
Andrew, you okay?
Yeah, there's a lot going on sound wise.
Okay. All right.
Can we open them?
Okay, open your eyes. Open your eyes.
What is his?
Oh, I got one too.
What is it?
I found out we do.
It has my name on it.
It has your name, Josh.
My name, Kevin. Me, Kevin.
Angel.
We get one.
Yeah.
I didn't think we got one.
You said we weren't gonna get it.
Wait, did you really know?
No, when I said, I was like, I thought we were getting a singular one. Then when they emailed me, I was like, okay.
And you kept this to yourself?
Yes.
Rejoice in the Lord always. Again I say, rejoice. This is so good because I wanted this at my home.
I know, and now you have it.
Sorry, hold on,
Mom.
sorry.
Yeah, I changed my number.
Hold on. We gon' play our theme song.
God, it's so much heavier than I thought.
Yeah, it's heavy. When the Lord requires.
Mine is in the car. I couldn't sneak that one in too.
Supposed to get our own, but God made a way. 55th annual in everlasting peace. Here we go.
They produce more.
awful. Hey. Woo. Okay. All right.
Hold on. The next time somebody says, I don't know the culture,
Spanish
screenshot this.
Spanish guy.
Yes. Now, if his Spanish guy had happened before this, that's what it would have said, Joshua.
I don't even care what it says, Angel.
Spanish guy. That third mic.
Wow.
This is what's so funny about what happened this morning. I was rushing trying to get these damn boxes in here. And I saw, I know when Josh sends a text message of the title, that means he's close.
Absolutely.
So I'm running out to the car to try to get the other
idea.
one. And Josh, I didn't know that you were already beside me. So when I saw you were like, hey, I was like closing the trunk. Hey, Josh!
Hello.
And then Zay was pulling up, so I was like, oh, I'm going to go say hi to Zay.
I know. And I was like, I have to say hi to Zay, even though this would be a good time to go the other way. But then it would look really weird if Miss Angel just runs off and the other way and doesn't say hi to Zay.
Miss Angel, why are you running?
Shut up! So mine never even made it in. I just had to leave mine. Oh, actually, let me
Lock your car.
lock my truck.
Because you ain't getting a third. They're not going to send it over.
No, that's it. There we go. So yes, oh shit.
Oh.
I was like, damn it. And my family was talking to me, trying to take a picture on the phone. I said, y'all hurry up. I was like, Josh is Josh is here.
All right, this was great. Thank you, Angel, for this. Thank you, NAACP Image Awards. We appreciate you. I'm going to take this one home. It can't stay on my
You
desk.
got to take it home. And thank you to HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Ditch the meal planning woes and dive into HelloFresh's biggest menu yet with over 45 recipes and even more market items to choose from every single week. Make restaurant quality meals at home without high cost of takeout. Plus, HelloFresh's new Ready in 20 recipes are on the table in just 20 minutes. That's even quicker than delivery. Make delicious food a priority this spring with quick, convenient recipes delivered right to your door. Just choose your meals, select a delivery date. HelloFresh handles all the meal planning, shopping, and most of the prep. So all you have to do is open your box and get to cooking. Y'all know we used HelloFresh for like 2 solid years. That was the only way my kids got home cooked meals. And it's still the only way my kids get home cooked meals because HelloFresh makes it so much easier and the kids have fun and the food is delicious. Go to HelloFresh.com/SKSweet.
SK Sweet.
For free dessert for life. 1 dessert item per box until subscription is active. That's free dessert for life at HelloFresh.com/SKSweet.
SK Sweet.
This HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
All right. WNBA news. Caitlin Clark is in the news because Jeff Teague, former NBA player, said the following.
How we so excited about her. The WNBA is playing this all wrong. I'm about to tell y'all, this shit supposed to be, my dad even said to me today, it's supposed to be like WWE. Y'all supposed to play hard against her, but y'all supposed to let her kill. Because when she start having bad games and it don't look like it's supposed to look, like what we just seen from college and how we so excited about her coming to the league and changing it, and she don't kill like that, it's going to like bring it back down to reality. Like the Great White Hope ain't got that much hope. Like,
and you know what's funny?
You know what I mean? Like,
to piggyback on that point, I've been seeing a lot of people giving her genuine respect. Like, you see Don Staley in the press conference saying, hey, shouts to her. She's holding it down for us. We need to push her more.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of hate, like, saying, yeah, go her. But it ain't like, oh, we want her to do good.
Yeah.
It's like they want to build her up to fall.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because that is not in the W's best interest.
nah, because
So you want the WNBA to really write a script for Caitlin Clark?
no, I'm not saying that as a smart
exactly
person.
what you
Look,
said.
y'all don't have charter flights. She damn near about to get y'all charter flights.
Yeah, they just
because
got it.
she's so famous, they can't. She damn near get charter flights. All this stuff that they want and need, more money, all this, new teams getting added, all this. When she come, you got to protect that at all costs.
So you want them to let her win?
Not let her win. But the fact is like, play the game, but play the game within the game. Like, y'all notice the cash cow right here. Like, everything is changing. If she having a good year, if she averaged 22, and people like, hey, Caitlin Clark really that deal, the league just gonna get bigger. Give her 4 years to be that. And then, all right, now everybody lit. We up. New contracts, everything. Now let's dog her. The WNBA is playing this
All right.
wrong.
Now, I
Which
want to say
podcast
this
is
first. This is, I don't know the name of the podcast, but it's Jeff Teague's podcast. He He was in the league for a good amount of years.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if people just bought mics and were just...
No,
Okay.
Best Buy got to shut it down. Here's the thing I want to say. Now, one, I will admit I've been watching more WNBA this season than I have in the past. But I tweeted last night. I said, am I tripping? Because I be looking for basketball. And I tweeted, I was like, am I tripping or WNBA games not on like this in seasons past? Because towards the end of the NBA season, there was nothing else that I like to watch except baseball. And I don't like to watch regular season baseball. I'll pull up on some playoff baseball games. If like the Dodgers or the Mariners ain't been in, or the Dodgers are in, or whoever's in the World Series, I'll pull up. Playoff baseball is good. But the WNBA games, I don't remember scrolling around. I remember seeing them. Because I watch basketball. If basketball's on, I'm pulling up. I watch Big 3 games if they on TV. So there was a lot of WNBA fans who've been watching a lot. They said, man, in order to watch WNBA prior to this season, you had to have the WNBA League Pass. And even those games weren't even live. They were like tape delayed. I was like, nigga, tape delay? That's like 1990 wrestling. Like tape delay?
Well, that's what he wants us to be.
Yeah. So this season, Kaylin's games have been on ESPN. I think the Fever got a huge amount of primetime games. I think Angel Reese's games, I've been trying to catch those. Those are on a channel called Ion that I've never even heard of. I watch Ion. I don't know.
Ion.
NBA TV, which is a channel I don't, I think I might have it, and Prime Video. So I've been watching as much as I can to see, because I was really curious on how she was going to adjust. Here's what I want to say. People who watch the WNBA a lot, and Diana Taurasi, who is in WNBA All-Star, old head, OG, I remember her playing at UConn, I believe. They were like, Kaylin's going to struggle in the beginning of her WNBA career. The WNBA is tougher than people realize. Like the defense. We talked about this last week. There's 12 teams. Yeah. They done played the Connecticut Sun twice. The Connecticut Sun have, I think, their star player was in the top 3 in MVP votes last year. Her name escapes me right now. But anyway, they're a bunch of old head, wily vet teams. Last night, the Fever should have won that game. I was watching this game because there was no NBA on. WNBA game was on. The Fever should have won this game. Alyssa Thomas, appreciate y'all. She's old school, good at basketball. Caitlin was playing pretty well, but she got a lot of turnovers. Her first game, she had 10 turnovers. I think her second game, 4 or 6. Like, she turns the ball over. In this particular game, last night, they were winning. They should have won. I'm not blaming it on Caitlin, but she had a couple bad turnovers in a row and a really bad foul. And then Aaliyah Boston from South Carolina, she had a great shot to tie the game, and she just blew this layup. I mean, just blew it. The thing about Caitlin, she gonna be okay. Yeah. But you know how ridiculous it is to suggest that, I'm gonna put this down so I can see you good. Professional players who also playing for this league for money, who also won a championship, you want them to be the Washington Generals to her Harlem Globetrotter? Like, she don't get preferential treatment enough. Like, let this girl gonna be fine. She's a big girl. People are asking stuff for her that ain't never happened in the history of sports ever.
Well, because he still feels like that the women are cosplaying at being professional athletes.
Say it.
Because why would you say this has got to be like the WWE? The WWE is scripted.
Yes.
These are actual athletes. You would not expect someone that is considered to be the best of the best for people to be making, what do you call it? Special
treatment, preferential treatment.
Yes, on the court.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody doing that for nobody's Jordan, for nobody's Kobe. They ain't doing it for LeBron.
For Candace Parker, for Maya Moore, all them people who were stars in college got to the league, and them pros who are already there is like, welcome to the league. That happens in every sport.
And the thing is, he's saying this is what's good for the league. No, what's good for the league is for these women to all be playing at their best.
Yes.
That's what's good for the league.
And that's going to make Caitlin better.
100%.
Like, listen, they've been catching her with some screens.
Concessions. Thank you, Jazz. She was in my head. Oh,
yeah. That was for Jazz too. They've been catching her in some screens, and she been getting hurt. Now, Caitlin, listen to me. Your boy Kev want to help you. You got to keep your cool. When she starts missing a few shots, bad foul, she got a tech too last night. She had a turnover, bad foul, and then a tech in the same play. Baby girl,
That was always her thing in
Iowa,
the league. Yeah.
in South Carolina, when you get in her, when she starts playing bad, she and then she stops distributing. Like I've been watching. Now I want to say this too while we on the subject. It's a little girl from LSU.
She's doing just fine.
In the
Little girl from LSU who just averaging a slight little 12 and 8.
My namesake.
Your namesake done slid right in. Nice little 12 and 8 as a rookie. Okay, fitting in perfect on the Sky. Cardoso, who also went to South Carolina, she's out 4 to 6 weeks. Angel Reese graduated college. She went to the Met, came back to the Sky. Nice little 12 and 8. And listen, you know I'm because Angel's games don't be on as much. I got to check the box score. I said, let me check on our first person. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to get her jersey. But the thing is, like, there's a lot more eyes on the league because of Caitlin. The Indiana Fever was not on my television last year. I promise, because I remember the Fever had a Stranger Things jersey a year or two ago, and I tweeted, this jersey is crazy because they're in Indiana, right? So I'm aware of them. I promise you, they have not been on my television, on my YouTube TV before this day. Only games I've ever seen on my TV are Sparks games, Aces games, New York Liberty games. And when I was living in Seattle, the Storm games. Of course, I kept up with the Storm because they was the only team winning any sort of championship in Seattle for a good amount of years. And obviously I was watching the playoffs game because they was on TV, but the regular season games wasn't on. I don't really even watch that much NBA regular season. But I will tell you something though. NBA regular season, they don't be playing hard all the time. Every WNBA game I have seen,
They play hard.
everybody is balling. Now listen, I've been watching this one. This is my girl.
Age.
I watched her in the playoffs last year. She's the type of player, we know the ball's going to you. Y'all know the ball's going to you. Everybody in the arena knows the ball's going to you.
Yep.
And the ball is going to you, and she still scores.
Yeah.
And Breanna Stewart, she's the white woman from the Liberty. She won the MVP last year. And they thought she was going to be the one. But she was the one.
She the one.
She the one.
I just, my thing is, his whole thing is let her score because this is who brought eyes to the WNBA. I'm not going to deny that the whole buzz behind Caitlin is not one of the reasons why a lot more people.
sure.
That is absolutely the truth.
That's the reason the Fever are on TV.
Yes, but to just allow her to score as a way to keep people's eyes there, no, that doesn't make any damn sense.
What about let her develop?
Period. She is a rookie. She is back to
It's her
being a
fourth
rookie.
game.
She's a rookie.
You playing against people who've been doing this. Josh has not put this award down at all.
He shouldn't. He shouldn't.
The award is heavy.
He had no idea he was getting it. That's why
Listen, I'm
Keep the camera on you. Josh has kept this award up the whole.
Josh knew that he saw me I had to bring the damn blanket to cover it because he just wouldn't leave to go use the restroom. So he was like, "Is that the?" I said, "Josh, I said it's a surprise."
No, stop talking to me.
Right? He said,
so
"Oh."
I was trying to guess what it was, but I was like, no, I'm not good at a surprise. I'm gonna just let it be.
But he
I
didn't
just
know.
accepted we weren't getting them, and I was
Me
like, "Oh,
too.
damn, that's
His was already under my desk, so I only brought in one.
In my head, it was one for the podcast.
That's what I thought too. I
Yeah.
thought we would leave it here.
That's
And I first looked over there, and Angel was like, "No, look there."
Yeah, he was sitting there smiling at
I
you.
was like, Kevin, open the thing. I want to see it.
So good.
But
So
anyway,
surprising, y'all.
back to
But
WNBA.
that's just the dumbest thing. These are real athletes. Real athletes got to freaking play the game as hard as they can. It does not
Yes.
matter if the person was brought in for marketing purposes. This is not a goddamn going series regular role where this is the guest star that
Yes.
everybody is like, oh, this is the Tisha Campbell coming in to
Yes.
bring eyes to the show. No, she's an athlete like the rest of these women, so she's just gonna have to play harder.
And she getting that 3 off. She pulling up from behind the arc good still. She get these turnovers under control. She keep her head in the game and stop losing her control, and she gonna be fine. Her assist game has still been good.
And the WNBA is going to be fine too, because
Yes.
he's not necessarily trying to protect her for the sake of her. He's saying protect her for the sake of the WNBA. The WNBA is going to be fine with Caitlin doing all this. Caitlin getting played hard against by other players.
Yes.
It's not going to make people go, well, now she can't play as good, so I'm
Yeah.
not going to watch. Well, there might be some people like that, but for the most part, people have become real fans of these athletes.
Yes. Listen, Angel, I'm checking the box score for you. I'm going to follow her entire career.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow Angel Reese to the top. She got to put a ring on it eventually. It's going to be tough because listen, everybody wants it, but Angel, you got to ride with your people. And when Fulwiley get in the league, she got 2 more years. When Fulwiley get up in there,
it's gonna be good.
And here's another thing this is what I didn't know. Now Mel Mitchell put me onto this.
Tell me what she put you on.
There's some, WNBA. They have some lesbians.
Do they?
Oh yeah. So Mel Mitchell was like, she get into the WNBA. She said, she said, imagine how much better the NBA would be if they was hunching. That's what you have with the WNBA. Apparently, last night in the game, these 2 people used to go together. The girl go for a layup. Her ex blocks her shot. Another person pushes her away. I said, hold on, what's going on in the
It's a love triangle.
And the lesbians was in the league. I said, it's another level of entertainment.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm telling you, this is going to be way more entertaining. We got not just athleticism, but pure like lust and hate.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, this is great.
Sign me up for it. Listen, now that's a locker room story time. I need to learn more names.
Yeah.
I said, they was together. Who was together?
Who was hunching who?
Who was hunching in the locker room?
Oh,
This brings a whole new meaning to basketball wives.
Man, listen.
Yeah, come on.
Give me some storylines.
Who's that girl that came to visit us? The woman.
Sydney Colson.
Sydney.
She is hilarious on Twitter.
I believe it.
Which reminds me, the Aces is getting investigated.
I said not before I come to the game.
But how? So from what I understand, the Aces are getting investigated because the city of Las Vegas sponsored every player on the team. I believe they have 12. Gave everybody 100 bands.
Nice.
1.2 million. And now that's under investigation.
Because the city can't give money to the players.
I don't know anybody in the Patreon know what the investigation is going on. Why are they under? Because it was really murky, so I couldn't figure out what was happening on Twitter, and I didn't see no articles.
Yeah, Sydney's beautiful. So is her girlfriend.
Oh my God.
They both 2 fine ladies. I said, now come on. If y'all could make babies, they would be gorgeous.
Alyssa's engaged to Dewana. They playing on the same team.
Ooh,
Making
could
sure
you
the Aces,
imagine
man.
if you and Melissa played basketball, y'all were on the same team?
And I blocked her shot, threw her shot out of bounds,
And
then you got to
would
go
be
home together.
outside, living out of bounds. That's where you'd be sleeping.
Oh, the WNBA's not getting a cut. Making sure it's not against the CBA. Oh, they think they're trying to circumvent the salary cap. It's
As
an
they
unfair
should.
advantage because every team can't do it.
And?
Man, nigga, you think this world is fair?
Listen,
I'm
But
like,
life
that's what
ain't
you do.
fair.
if your
Go play
city's
for the
broke,
Aces.
Vegas is saying if your city's broke, just say so.
Man, you talk about Indiana Fever ain't got 100 bands, baby. Get your money up.
The fact
make
that the
that-
salary...
Vegas, we got it, baby.
Vegas, they make that in an hour.
Indiana, y'all got Hawkins, y'all got the Stranger Things. Have Netflix coming
What's
for
the salary
1.2
cap? What's the salary cap in the WNBA?
per team.
Hey Siri.
I don't know.
No. Per player. What's the salary?
Listen, I want them to have Premier League soccer where there's no salary cap.
Yeah,
whatever you got.
What do you mean?
Is there a salary cap for anything else? The salary cap.
1.2 million per team.
Why is this saying?
I'm seeing 1.2 and 1.4.
That
in
should
the
be a red
Patreon.
flag for
I
the
see
league.
1.4, but this says
For the team?
CBA. No, for a player. Oh no, maximum for a player is $200,000, 208.
They should.
Max.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let that city give them women the money. If we talking about
That's the max per season. $208,000.
yes, and if that's
What happened to equal
asinine.
pay?
Asinine because that is not the case in any male sport. Hell,
None of them probably getting that per game.
I'm taken back right now. I don't understand how they can only make 200. Well, I mean 200K, so 200K, but in comparison to the NBA,
the supermax is 241.
LeBron James, and he is at the top just for understanding, but LeBron James gets paid $38 million a season,
How much is that per game?
460
Come on, you can do it.
$467,000 per game.
How much does
$500,000.
Shashman Haynes? Give me somebody that don't.
Shashman-
Yeah, Shashman Haynes.
Let's-
Somebody
let's,
that nobody know.
Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
That's what's
Thanasis.
there.
no. That's,
What about that new
he's-
dude?
He's got a good contract.
Nikola Jovic.
No, he's
Anthony
up there.
Jokic.
I know.
He's up there.
With Shashman Haynes.
Damn
Anthony Edwards.
He's up.
Is he
Thanasis.
max?
To knock
He's
his
not up
make
there.
what? I still want to hear.
I was trying to find it, but there's no articles.
They said we give him lunch tickets and not valet. We give him parking validation.
Oh my God! Hold on. Let's see what Ant's getting again. Anthony Edwards signed. Oh nigga, Ant signed 5 years, $200 million. He making more than LeBron.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Jalen Brunson?
Shout out Jalen Brunson.
That's what Angel was gonna say next.
I was.
I'm so happy we can talk about sports. This is just great.
I love it.
Our podcast people will be listening. This
Indiana Pacers. Could you believe that they pulled it off? Did you think it was gonna be the Knicks or the Indiana Pacers? Who did you think?
I thought the Knicks were gonna win.
And the Indiana Pacers said no.
Jalen Brunson's signed for 4 years, $100 million.
You understand? And you telling these women that they can only make a super maximum $241,000, and they're under investigation because the city said we got the money. Here, go get your nails done, get your hair done, get a car done. I don't get it.
Dang, the NBA minimum salary, Sean Bay said, is $1.1 million. The minimum.
The minimum?
Pack it up, man.
Dang. Well, listen, you know how the way the WNBA is going to be able to have more money is by ticket sales, merchandise sales, but the big thing is television money.
And they've been doing a lot more commercials here lately.
Yes, they've been, and the thing is, you can't watch the WNBA games if they're not on TV. Like if you don't have them, the reason that the Iowa and South Carolina was getting so much viewers is because it was on network television.
Right.
It was on Channel 4.
Correct.
Everybody don't have Prime Video. Everybody don't have NBA TV. Everybody don't have Ion. But most people who have TV have access to ABC. And then more have access to ESPN. But the further away you get from those, the less chance. So
People have to watch it.
listen, I'm glad that it's able to be watched now. I was a part of the problem in the past, but also I wasn't seeing no games on there. We had to go to WNBA games to watch them.
Kai just found out, my twin Kai just found out that basketball players get paid to play. He asked his daddy. He said, Daddy, do they get paid to play basketball? He said, yes, they get paid a lot. He said, you think LeBron James is doing this for free? He's like, I don't know. He said they get paid a lot. And then you could see his mind percolating like.
And a star was born.
He's like, now I don't have to be a rapper because that was his other career goal. Lord help us.
Well, his mom got a plaque right here. I don't know what you expect from the baby.
And I did. I said, well, you're trying to follow behind my footsteps. Okay, I get it.
And a lot of rappers hoop.
Yeah, so he's like, I'll do it all. And I'm here for it. The fact of the matter is, I'm going to get me new gold teeth, and I will be his mama talking about, rap about that shit, babe. That'll be me. Yeah.
Apparently, Ion is an over-the-air channel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I never heard of Ion before. I was
You ain't
looking.
really heard of Ion. It's been around for a long time.
I'd never heard of this before. I was on ESPN. It will show you where the games are broadcast, and I was like, "What is Ion?" I don't know where to find it. I don't.
It's on there.
It's on there.
It's on there. It's been there for a minute now, Kevin.
It's on there. All right, let's move on. Now, listen. I try to avoid the whole Diddy thing. Trigger warning. What?
It is, and
we go. I don't want to spend a lot of time.
I don't either. I really didn't want to honestly give this man any more publicity because I'm like, you need to disappear right now. You need to get your affairs in order. Hopefully, he has a life insurance policy, and hopefully, he got it through Policy Genius. The spring is a good time to do something with your family. Whether it be go out, have a picnic, do outdoor activities, maybe even do some like spring cleaning and purge. Well, something you can do for your family this spring is shopping for life insurance with Policy Genius as a part of your financial planning for the year. Getting life insurance today means you'll have the peace of mind so that if something happens to you, your family can cover expenses while they get back on their feet. Like their mortgage payments, credit card payments, car loans, college costs. Luckily, Policy Genius helps you compare your options from top companies, and their team of licensed experts is on hand to help you talk you through it. We got our life insurance policy through Policy Genius. Me, my husband, and my mom. It was such an easy process for me and my husband that we referred my mother to the company as well. And she was so shocked. At first, she was hesitant. She was like, I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. I said, I'm telling you, Mama, This is what you should do. And she thanked me. She was like, girl, that made it so much easier for me. And it will make it easier for you too, to make sure you're covering your family. Policy Genius has licensed award-winning agents and technology that makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from America's top insurers in just a few clicks to find your lowest price. Even if you already have life insurance policy through work, it may not offer enough protection for your family's needs. It may not follow you if you leave your job. Policy Genius works for you, not the insurance companies. That means that they don't have an incentive to recommend one insurer over the other, so you can trust their guidance. With Policy Genius, you'll find life insurance policies that start at just $292 per year for $1 million of coverage. Some options offer same-day approval and avoid unnecessary medical exams. Policy Genius has thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot from customers who found the best fit for their needs. Save time and money and provide your family with a financial safety net using Policy Genius. Head to policygenius.com or click on the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. That's policygenius.com.
I just want to say a couple things. One, I'm usually for apologies, but the thing that was interesting about this one, it was probably one of the first times where I was like, you could have really kept that. Mm-hmm. You might have just went dark for a little while. And the other thing about it, and you know, if I were on his team still, I would say you might want to delete some stuff off your Instagram that ain't like aging well. Still to this day, on December 6th, he has a post, the Enough is Enough post, where he said, I'm being accused of stuff that's not true and all. I might would have deleted that one. And that's, I think, why people are taking that apology like that, because you was just saying none of the stuff that happened that you were accused of, it was even happened, blah, blah, blah. He still has a post up that says time tells truth. And I'm like, sir.
Then it does. You are correct. That if you ain't on that, you did not lie. Time will tell the truth, sir. I think it's more so he doesn't take any of the stuff down from the outside looking in as a viewer, as a spectator, like majority of us are, because we weren't in his presence during these horrible things that he's done. I think for looking at it, it's ego. Like it takes a lot of ego and feeling like you're above everything to do not only to do what he did, but to do it in such a public manner that you just assume that you're not going to get caught.
For sure.
Not only that, to even think that your apology after the fact to us is going to doing anything as far as in changing our hearts towards you. A sane man would be like, let me just disappear.
Let me just put nothing out for years.
Yeah.
Let me y'all just forget about me for a while.
Yeah.
Forget I even exist for a while. You have money. Just go away.
He is the definition of can't stop, won't stop. And we're like, stop. Take the account away. Take the account away, because now not only does this video for the misogynist people who are like, it's just a money grab, that are now saying, oh, you's got the devil in you.
Oh yeah. Some people had to walk some of that stuff back.
Right. But not only that, the people who did believe what Cassie said, they're now like, what the hell else have you done? What she mentioned, what she was privy to and what she experienced. No telling what other people who have not spoken up have experienced.
1,000%.
That's what that video did. It only allowed our minds to go, and what else did you do? So we don't, unless you about to tell us, unless you about to put out, confess all your sins and apologize for all of them, you can go ahead, take that terribly shot video and go wherever, be in Bali with what's his face?
Russell.
and hush.
Yes. Listen, Tony posted this and I loved it. I want to read it. He said, some of you can look dead at a video of a man getting beaten by
Come on, you can do it.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. I believe in you.
Some of you can look dead at a video of a woman getting beat by a man, snatched, kicked, and dragged, and y'all still sit up here and say and ask why didn't she leave? What took so long? That mindset is disgusting to me. Never asking why are you doing this to her? Why? What kind of monster does this? What kind of nigga does this? Always asking BS questions when women are assaulted. Why was she wearing that? Why did she put herself in that situation? He also said, and this is something you said a version of this when the Carly Russell thing happened, and this is where I think I stand. He said, I'm always going to side with the victim, And if they're wrong, I will never feel bad for believing somebody who said they were wrong before I'll ever side with somebody who was victimized and then turned out that they were lying. Because now you on the side of the abuser. So if you're gonna be wrong either way,
I'd rather be wrong and believe the victim.
yes.
I do not this is what I really don't understand, especially when we look at this not just from gender but from a cultural standpoint. What do you gain to win
Right.
not believing what this woman had to say? And I say this from a cultural standpoint because there is historically we know that white women have lied on black men.
For sure.
So that's not what we're dealing with in this situation. We're dealing with two black folks. So culturally, we can remove some of those things that historically we know our people have dealt with. But when it comes to a black man and a black woman, what does it gain you to believe Diddy? You know what I'm saying? Like for it, I can understand if you're his family and it's just hard for you to separate who he is to you personally, then what he's possibly able to do. But us as like people who maybe have been fans of his work, other than you being more comfortable to listen to some bad boy songs, what does it gain you to have to, no, there's no way and she should have left, to demonize her?
Somebody in the Patreon said, even if you don't believe, I'd rather you mind your business than discredit the victim.
Yeah.
But the whole you got to prove it to me thing, that's just not going to be me. I want to talk about this too, and then we can move on.
And I'm going to say something else after.
You'll say something first.
And the whole, why didn't she leave? If that video didn't show very clearly why she didn't leave.
Or she was trying to.
Not just that, is that video has existed since whenever it happened.
10 years, almost 10 years ago.
No one has come forward about that video whose eyes have seen it prior to now. So if there's actual evidence and multiple evidence and people have seen her be abused, people had seen all these things and no one stood up for her, where the hell do you think she would feel comfortable going?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
1000%.
It's just like I think people think all of this happens in like a little bit of vacuum. People were aware in that circle of the tomfoolishness going around. She even said it in the disposition that there were times where when he would beat her, she would have to stay in a hotel room until her face healed before she was able to go back out into the world. There were people who knew that he put her away.
For sure.
And none of them were like, I'm going to go to the police and let them know that you're being abused.
Yes.
So who do you think she going to go to? Who she going to trust?
Yeah.
So I can get it. And we all can say, our beat and left. Listen, I know victims of domestic violence who have left situations. So I'm not saying that it's impossible, but we're dealing with a whole different level of a power dynamic that if you feel like you can't escape this person's guys, you can't escape their eye, their all-seeing eye, where do you go to be safe?
I'm with you 100%.
So anyway.
I'm with you when you're right. So Cameron was on Abby D. Phillips' show on CNN. This must have been last night. I don't know. I was at the show last night. Sometimes I feel like you can't miss one night online or you miss everything, because I didn't see this till this morning. But here's the interview.
I want to play a conversation that you had on your podcast back in September with Mace. Listen.
Yeah. When you had your record deal, why did you take me to Biggie Smalls and not Bad Boy?
Man, it's almost gonna bring me to tears to say this. I just, being that I saw you as such a good friend, I wanted to put you with somebody I knew with.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. A lot of people ask me that on Instagram, man. Don't have me just out here crying and shit, man. I don't want to get emotional in here, man.
Instantly, I knew Biggie would do right by you.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I mean, is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
So sorry, I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint. I'm just going off what Mace said. Mace took me to Biggie. I don't really know Puffers like Mace know Puff. So I appreciate what Mace said. And, of course, that's my brother. So if he felt that way, then he felt that way. I can't really tell you how Puff moves or anything like that. Mace may know better than me because he was signed to Puff. I wasn't. But my show does come on at 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. It's called It Is What It Is. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. I mean, I might get some more information out of Mace from there. But for me to tell you how Puff act and all that, I don't know. I never was signed to him.
Yeah. What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people have pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Who booked me for this joint?
All right.
Wow, and I don't be sitting around watching Diddy and all that. Yeah,
thanks.
Come on, man.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your time tonight.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. You enjoy.
I want to play a conversation.
He was like, what I'm not doing. It's talking about Diddy.
Here's what one or two things happen. You've been on television. You're a producer. If y'all haven't been, here's usually how these things work. Now, I haven't been on TV a lot, but every time I've been on TV, this has happened one or two ways. The segment producer usually has a pre-call with, if you are the talent, it's either with you or your team. That could be your agent, your rep, your handler, your manager, whoever your team is. They usually go in depth about what that segment's going to be, especially a show like CNN. Here's what we're going to talk about. Here's the segment. Here's the questions. Okay. That person who is on camera, okay, yes, no, I don't want to talk about that, whatever. Or their team, yes, no, they don't want to talk about that. So either one thing happened. The segment producer reached out and did that to Cameron's team, and that information didn't get back to Cameron. Or it did get back to him, and he didn't want to do it on television. Or the segment producer did not do that. Of the three, the least likely to me is that the segment producer did not inform them what the topic would be, especially because they played the video. If I was on Cameron's team, the thing is, Cam acts like Cam acts on pretty much every medium I've ever seen him on. So if I were the booker, it'd be hard pressed for me to be like, oh, this is actually surprising. He's usually like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He usually does. That is how he talks on his podcast. It feels a little bit out of place because what they're talking about and the channel that he's on.
Yeah.
It's not usually like, if that was him and Mace and he did, I'm about to get some cheeks after that. That's not out of place for that program. But for CNN with Abby Phillips, who's not laughing at all, she is at work handling this subject with care. Now the personality that you've created, and even that is who you are, on Drink Champs, on your show, on Shannon Sharp,
about to get.
He's actually consistent with how he does. It just feels out of place. And for him to be like, I don't know what I'm doing on here, that likely isn't CNN's fault. That I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Well, this is what I'll say, because this is what I also know, is that you can say, I don't want to answer any questions about this.
Yeah.
Or the team, whoever is doing the pre-meeting with the segment producer, they can say, he's not going to answer any questions about this. We want to stick to this. They going to ask the questions.
Regardless.
If it's something that's a trending topic, I remember when they did that. I remember when they did that to Chris Brown. And he left. That's when the whole incident of him leaving the studio and throwing the chair was because he was like, they made it very clear. These are the things that he does not want to talk about. But, you know, they always want to be able to slip in, because if I got you right here, I want you to talk about it, right?
Absolutely.
Now, yes, should Cameron know that if you on TV right now, right after all this stuff happened with Diddy, that we're going to ask you about that? You should already know. But that doesn't mean he can't be offended by it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't feel bad for Abby. It's just like to me, like you said, if you bring a donkey to a wedding and then the donkey starts acting like a fucking donkey at the wedding, you can't be like, donkey, talking. Why are you acting this way? You got what you were going to get. And especially if he's giving you the signal that I don't want to talk about this.
Nothing about his energy when he drank the thing said, we going to give you we going to knock this segment out of the park.
That's the one thing, as much as I loved, I have an appreciation for journalism and journalists. One thing about them is if they really want to answer, they'll keep picking.
Yeah. Now, somebody on Patreon said this. He said today he wanted them to look bad because they never asked about anything positive. He knew what he was doing. I don't doubt he knew what he was doing. And I don't doubt CNN looks for anything positive. That's also how the news works in the world. If it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah.
You're not going to hear if Angel helps an old woman out of a car accident or a burning thing, that's not going to make the news. If Angel drives her car into a flock of geese or something, famed actress Angel loses it. That's how American media works. I think sometimes your power can be if you don't agree with that platform, I'm not going to go on that. Like DJ Vlad, there's not enough money on earth that he could offer me that I would go and legitimize his platform. I wouldn't even go on there to debate with him. I wouldn't go on there and be like, I don't like your platform and this is why I don't, and this is what I think I'm not going to bring nary an eyeball to your platform. I don't respect it.
I don't think that the thing is that they wouldn't be asking him about Diddy if this Diddy stuff was going on. So it's not so much the platform of CNN. It is the timing in which he went on there is whatever you got to say about you is not really important. We want what you have to say about this person.
Yeah.
So while I don't think I would have responded the way he did of talking about I'm going to clap some cheeks after I drink this Thunderbolt or whatever the hell it is, I can understand the frustration of wanting to be on something to talk about something else, but it's about someone that you're saying, I don't even know this.
I don't even know, dude.
Like if I went on a show and all they asked me was about you, as much as I love you, I'd be like, call Kevin.
For sure.
Or call Melissa. But you shouldn't call me is what you shouldn't do.
Call Jesus.
Come on. You get one Kev on stage question with me. And then after that, we're done.
Listen, Kelly and Michelle have done that. I'm like, bro, don't bring me on here to talk about Beyonce. And I love her. But I got my own stuff going on. You know, if Angel gets 17 Grammys, I'm going to be like, oh, man, that's my nigga right there.
But
she
if
get
you're
18.
on a show, they should be there to talk to you about, this is why I don't like when I'm going to tell y'all this one more time. One more again.
Tell them one more time, Angel.
If you want to send me something or if you see me and you have something for me, you just like, Angel, I got this for you. I'm going to so appreciate it, even if I think it's the ugliest thing ever. But then if you try to then give me gifts to give other people that are not my husband, I then take offense because I am not UPS. I am not FedEx. I'm not well, I might as well be USPS because they're never going to get it. They're never going to get the package, just like if you sent it via the US mail.
Yeah.
So while his some of the things he said was uncalled for, I can understand the sentiment of I'm not on here to talk about this nigga.
Sure.
So if that's what y'all want, y'all can go ahead and cut the segment.
But I also feel like if you don't want to talk about that, you or your team could have been like, nah, if this is all we're going to talk about, we're going to pass on the interview. They would have went down the line and said, okay, we're going to get Mace.
We're going to get the next person.
Get somebody,
I wonder what he was
Busta
on there
Rhymes.
to talk about.
That. Oh, from his point of view.
Yes, from his point of view.
I think he was talking about his show. It Is What It Is. The podcast. I think that's what he wanted to promote. But I don't think outside of this Diddy thing, I don't think they're going to call him right now and be like, tell us about your podcast.
But I'm telling you, these places will bait you into being like, yeah. Well,
for sure.
We'll talk about
That's what I'm saying. Without knowing, I don't put it past CNN either. I'm not going to be like, no, CNN, reputable news. They would never do. They absolutely would. They like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't blame them because I don't know. It's also plausible that they did try to sneak him. News organizations do that.
They love it.
So I'm just saying, but reaching out to Cam and getting Cam, you should know that guest often does that thing.
He's not going to take it like on the chin and just be like, I know you all want me to talk about, but I'm not going to. He kind of low-key said it at the very beginning. They were like, one more time.
Right.
don't know what they're expecting.
All right. Now, in other news, some people were mad at the price of Mary J. Blige's new boots.
I've been wondering.
Did you see what the price was? I never saw the price. She partnered with a company called
Let me see here. Oh, that shot out of me, guys.
Giuseppe Zanotti.
Okay, Giuseppe is if it's the same Giuseppe, it's not cheap.
Patreon saying $1,200.
That's not. Is that
$1,300.
so? She's doing designer boots.
$1,295. Giuseppe Zanotti.
Oh, these are fire.
So apparently, a lot of people were like, "These should have been cheaper."
They listen. I don't because I don't have them on my feet, but this is the. Put it like this, I think people were thinking she was doing more of a Jessica Simpson type of line.
Mm-hmm. Jess was selling them shoes.
Oh, listen,
Lissa had them Jessica Simpson shoes for
I
work.
still got Jessica Simpson shoes in my closet right now. Love them to pieces. I think maybe that's what people thought, that she was going to be more on the Jessica Simpson, J-Lo type of price range.
Yeah.
And Mary was like, no, I'm going to do, it's not luxury, but what did you call it when it's a high-end?
Designer?
Thank you. Designer with a designer. Giuseppe. Yeah.
They sold out in every size, by the way. I just went to the website. They're rose gold.
I know. I'm looking at them.
Every size says notify me.
Let me go ahead and tell them to notify me.
From 4 to
So she priced
12.
it right, apparently, because some people are buying them. I low key, I like to splurge on. I like to splurge on shoes more than I do purses. And these boots are fire and they look comfortable. She gave us that good chunky auntie heel. That means that we can get it crunk in this dancery. These are good.
Nice.
These are good. You're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to kick. You're going to be able to be low with it. Like, but I can get not one to spend no $1,200 on boots. The regular, the woman that teaches at a middle school and then listens to Mary J. Blige on the way home, it does not want to spend no $1,200 on no boots.
$1,200 is that was my first mortgage payment. That's probably a lot of people's payment.
Yes.
$1,200 is a car note for a lot of people. I'd be watching TikToks. Car notes is up, by the way. I'd be watching TikToks of the dealership. People working the dealership. Them cars be $700 to $900 easy. Yeah. And they work there. Dude, I seen dude had a truck $1,200.
Yeah, it be sponsors.
I said, dang.
Sponsor. So I get that this is not the price that people were expecting, but I also get that like designer shoes be costing that much.
This is my thing. I think you, as a consumer, I should say, as a business owner, you should price things at what you think you can get and what you think your audience will pay, can pay. I think it's up to your marketer and your brand to decide if your value meets that price.
Yeah.
If the value didn't meet this price, you probably could go and get those right now.
Yeah.
The fact that I put this in 2 days ago, and it probably was from 2 days prior to that, less than a week that this has been out, they're all sold out.
Yeah.
They probably were like, should have made them 18.
Should have brought them up.
If you got to go to GOAT, if you got to go to resellers, I wonder if they're even on GOAT.
They are. Ooh, don't you tell me that. Don't you tell me.
Because that's what happens a lot of times.
I'll be in the dancery now. Don't you do that.
I've actually never looked for these. But a lot of times these bots will buy.
Oh, hell yeah.
They'll buy up all the whole stock. Listen, quiet as kept. You won't make me believe Nike don't have the bots. Buy the shoes for them because Nike owns their own shoe app.
Yeah, and then that way they can get even more money on it. But tell me if they own the reseller.
Not on the one I'm on. Maybe look at StockX.
Yeah, StockX is where I go. I don't go to GOAT. StockX.
StockX. I don't think GOAT has women's shoes.
They really don't. Bree, the new music video will be at the end of this month. Josh is about to send me the second cut.
Josh Gosh, you got a lot to edit, man. You
Listen,
Who telling?
You better sing, Spanish guy. That's why you got the NAACP.
Don't he though? Don't he? The shoes that I wore for the slightly problematic
Ain't on
tour.
there, Angel.
Damn it. The shoes that I wore for the slightly problematic tour were red bottoms. They were super comfortable. They had the traction at the bottom. They weren't like regular red bottom heels.
Mm-hmm.
Those were 1100.
1100?
They were 11. They were a strappy heel. I love them shoes. I can, as y'all could see, the way I was dropping it and kicking it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They are durable ass shoes. Could I've gotten shoes way cheaper that were just as durable or more durable? Absolutely. But I wanted those.
They were built for all-terrain twerking.
Yes, twerking, kicking, all of it. So I understand, and they were red bottoms. So I understand that when you are buying a designer shoe, the price be stupid.
Yeah.
That's why most of my closet is not designer shoes. Most of my closet is, where you get that from? Nordstrom Rack? They them $30, maybe $70. Sometimes I get real cute with them and go to Steve Madden and don't even go
down to Steve and visit with Steve.
I go down to Steve and not even get the clearance. I go and look at the new stuff and pay $100.
Pay a little bit of a Honda.
Pay a little bit of $100, but I do got a little bit of a collection of like designer shoes, and they are all expensive ass shoes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. Listen, hold on, Kevin. Most expensive pair of sneakers
That I paid or the current value?
that you actually
I paid
paid.
$1,200.
Both.
No,
I paid $2,000.
Okay, Kevin has paid $2,000 for sneakers.
I paid $2,000.
For sneakers, there's no heel.
I paid $2,500.
He's paid $25. He's not in the dancery.
I ain't in the dancery.
He can't.
Them trophy ones, set your boy back.
$2,000.
Them trophy ones, set your boy back.
Okay.
Woo! Them trophy ones, set your boy back.
Mary know these people got the money when they want to spend it.
Listen, Auntie, let me tell you who got money.
Aunties.
When we was in Dubai, you know what we seen coming out of the Abu Dhabi Museum? Black aunties.
Yeah.
Hey, what y'all doing down here? Love you, Kev.
Yeah.
Them aunties everywhere I went. In that Atlantis hotel, in the Abu Dhabi, everywhere I go, I've seen some black women around about my age, a little bit older, coming out of where we was.
Yeah.
Every restaurant, every show. When we was on the jet skis, they was lining up. Yo, at Marquita's birthday party, nothing but rich aunties.
Yes.
And Marquita, friend of the pod, Marquita gonna go down to that Four Seasons. Who wants to go to the Four Seasons? Me! Have you seen that baby? No. You ain't seen that little baby on TikTok?
No, I haven't.
Angel, you haven't seen the Four Seasons baby?
No, I haven't. I want to see it. Listen, I would only buy tennis shoes out of Marshalls. I want y'all to understand. That is Marquita Bradley.
That baby is 8 months and 80 years old at the same time.
Me.
That baby is a joy.
That baby said, me. Why are you in a full diaper? And what do you know about the Four Seasons Orlando?
Let me tell you, ain't nothing more beautiful. Listen, there is nothing more beautiful than seeing black women in a spa.
Oh, my God.
It is to be like
Loud and cackling.
We be loud and cackling.
Yes, I did.
But we're there for relaxation and tranquility, and I love it. In the service, first of all, the Four Seasons service, if ever you have the time, there's not a bunch of Four Seasons that have the spa, but if ever you have the time and you've saved up the money, treat yourself to the Four Seasons.
And get there when it opens. If you have a service that's at 6 p.m., get there at 8 a.m. because you get access to...
Sit up in their
everything.
stuff.
What?
Sit up in there. You pay for the whole day.
All the amenities.
It is
Amenity
so
me.
nice. It is so, it is pricey. So I'm not saying, I understand. Like I said, save up to do it. But it is so nice to have people really wanting to make sure that you are relaxed, that you are comfortable, that you're enjoying yourself. They kept checking on us. Are you guys having a good time?
Was y'all down in
love
Westlake?
it. Of course.
Yeah.
We just love, we're doing it for my mother's birthday. We just love that you guys are here.
Oh
we're
my
like,
God.
we're
They make
glad.
you feel like you're the only guest at the hotel.
Yeah, we're so glad you're here.
Somebody at Patreon said black women spend money like drug dealers.
Yes. I love it for us.
They do.
Listen.
Every time I fly first class, them aunties be right here. This is me in 2A and 2B. The mimosa. I'll take that.
Yeah, give me the mimosa. Give me the mimosa. I love it. I love it for us. And even if you can't do it all the time, at least try to trick on yourself.
Trick on yourself.
Trick on yourself at least once so you can feel it. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We love y'all again. Kev on Stage and Friends, get your ticket now. You don't want to miss this one. It's going to be a treat. Summer hours go into effect July 1st. We're going to be taking a break from Here's the Thing main episode. We're going to be taking a break from the Ball Brothers main episodes. I saw this on the internet. It's back. The first 4 episodes will air in full on YouTube. The rest, keep going. Yeah. After that, you'll get 8 to 10 minutes, and the full episode will be on Patreon. We taking a break during the summer. We work hard. We're going to take that little summer break. You on vacation? We on vacation. We're going to come back, and then we're going to take a break. We're on criminal.
We're going to come back. We're going to be black as hell.
We're going to come back black as the bottom of this NAACP thing.
Hell, we are.
Even Josh, Spanish
Even
guy.
Josh.
All right, we love y'all. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Here's another banger for you. Here's another one. Here's another banger for you. Here's another one. Here's another banger for you. Here's another banger for you. With my boy Kev on stage and that chick Angel.